Hey traders, just wanted to look at Bitcoin. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stream until maybe tonight at 11 Eastern, just because going to one of my best friend's dad's funerals, and it is like 2 hours away, so it'll be like a near 4 hour round trip. So I'll be leaving in just a little bit, but just wanted to maybe do an update. All right, so just keeping you informed as well. All right, so Bitcoin on the 60-minute chart from the PCZ broke to the upside, wonderful, but it's done nothing, today, right? And most of yesterday, after it had its impulse, it's now down sloping in consolidation, which is good. I mean, it got near the peak, it got pretty much over bottom of the 60-minute, and so sometimes you reset, and so maybe it's just fueling to run again, right? With a square up at 10,850 or so, that could be where it runs to, right? And if you're talking about Gartley targets, I mean, a lot of times people take profit at C and they take their secondary level of profit at A. All right, especially these smaller ones, and especially if your stop loss is below X, right? Which is how the Casey Stubbs way is done. Anyway, so that's a square over to the upside. But if it Bart Simpsoned or something, right? There's a square up down here, square up at 98.87 or so. So could fall down there before running to square up here. That's it, man. Really, you're in the dead middle of a range, a $1,500 range you've been in for well over a month now. Going on 5 weeks, you've been inside this range between 9,500 and 11,000. All right, so if you're in the dead middle, it's kind of dead zone, right? There's like high risk on both sides. Low risk, high risk, right? I mean, low risk for shorts, high risk for shorts, right? So one tries to take their opportunity at the lowest point within the range. One tries to take a short at the highest point of the range. Make sense? Okay. So that's the 60-minute on Bitcoin. On the 4 hour, just made my adjustment on this potential pattern. Remember, these patterns don't become invalid until when you're consolidating, you're running up to finally eventually try to hit D. It doesn't become invalid until you fall below the actual pivot point of C, right? So this still is okay, and that's why I still have this up. And sometimes these can take like a month before you finally get there. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen here. We may never even break out of the downsloping resistance of the channel, the correction we've been in for like 80 days. So that could stop Bitcoin from getting to the PCZ of the potential bearish cipher pattern, and that's around 11,650. So yes, you're getting very, very close now to that resistance, and you'd think that impulse up, down sloping consolidation, 78% retrace, and you bounced off what? Very critical support again. Excuse that. That's like golden zone stuff. You bounced resoundingly off of the 9600 area, April 24th, 2018, and that's you're bouncing. You keep doing it, all right. And so you kind of matched. Look left. Is this the scuffed inverse head and shoulders? I mean, that's a crazy rejection wick, but again, it's just getting completely sold off as soon as it gets bought up, right? So just indecision. It's good, I guess, that you're in the last quadrant of the equidistant channel, right? You're above the 75% trend line. So very soon. And then we look at the futures chart. I know it's okay. Here we go. So I made adjustments from 1 and 2 here and just adjusted for the wicks. And as you can see, holy crap, apex is coming, is it not? If you can find all the wicks within the trend lines. I mean, that price contraction is very real. You're unable to find any kind of momentum on either side, which is just indicative of the pattern we've got, right? The indecision and the inability to break one way or another. But just know with the apex looming, I mean, the apex, if say this price stayed within these two trend lines, it could be until October 9th or 10th, right? That would be wild. It really would. But we're already on the 20th of September. Time flies. You are still somehow, some way trying to hold It's almost like, you held yesterday and today you're kind of falling out, but it's just so close right now. It's really hard to say, but I just think that this trend line is very important, and I really love how the wickage happened and it came and hit it once more. So that's like the fourth time we've had touches on this bottom trend line. So just know the move's coming. I wish I could go into it more. It's the same analysis. If you watch my live streams, it's neutral. Some people will be like, oh, we're going to 50K, we're going to 2K, right? It's just, hey man, we're not worried about those large moves. We like looking for opportunity with bullish or bearish patterns, not as much on neutral patterns, even though you can trade neutral patterns. They're just, again, it can go either way, right? You're looking for opportunities as a trader for, like, if you're looking for longs, like something's been beaten down 88% of the way, right? Something is showing weekly and daily bullish divergence, right? Something that's showing a bullish Gartley pattern, right? You're looking for coinciding variables at areas of value. You can't really say Bitcoin's at an area of value because it's 300% run. It's still up 300% since its bottom, I think. So value, hard to say. And this at this lowest point, this was a 45% retrace from your low to your high. So that's a moderate retrace, and people do oftentimes find value there before running again. But as you can see, we did run again, only to make a lower high and more lower highs, but now we're making higher lows. So neutral pattern, right? You can't say like the altcoins, right? Altcoins were showing us exactly what I'm talking about, right? Exactly. Where on daily time scales, they had lost a lot of value in a very short period of time. Most had lost over half their value in like a 2-month period. And they were showing the pattern, right? The wedge, the falling wedge, or reversal, bullish reversal pattern. They were showing the bullish divergence. And then they ended up showing all the RSIs, right? Like, that's what you're looking for at critical supports. That is like what a trader's looking for. So like, just because I feel neutral on Bitcoin doesn't mean, like, TA is not about predicting the future for any given asset at any given time. Technical analysis is it's you identifying potential trade setups, right? It gives you the edge. That's your sword, so you can beat the market, right? And you don't even have to beat the market even half the time. If you have a 3-to-1 reward to risk, you only have to beat them. You only have to win your trades 33% of the time. So there's a lot to it. I'm just going off on a rant here, I guess, but just know that, hey man, Bitcoin analysis remains the same. It's neutral. While alts were looking bullish, they looked like they had impending price action reversal, and we got it. And like Ethereum 223, and our profit taking levels on this falling wedge 245, 269 haven't gotten there quite yet. Got to give it time, man. Got to give it time. 2 months pattern development. It's all contextual to the amount of time it might take for you to get to your swing trade targets. All right, so it's only been like, I don't know, a week and a half or so since the breakout. So remaining patient, waiting for my limit cells to hit, and then we'll look for something else, right? So, all right. If you enjoyed the static video on Bitcoin, kind of Ethereum, and just trading in general, technical analysis, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Please leave a comment in the description below. Again, I apologize that I can't stream today. It's just, man, love this guy, and feel really bad. He lost his dad, man. So that sucks. So I'll try to be back tonight for the 11 p.m. stream. So maybe hit me up then. We'll have a party stream. We'll hang out, have a good time. So until then, respect the TA.